Reading from Canto 6, Chapter 1, Text number 17. Sadhrechino hi ayam loke anthakshimo kuto bhaya sushila sadhavo yatra narayana parayana. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The path followed by pure devotees who are well behaved and fully endowed with the best qualifications is certainly most auspicious path in this material world. It is free from fear and it is authorized by Shastras. Purport. One should not think that the person who takes a bhakti is one who cannot perform the ritualistic ceremonies recommended in the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, or is not sufficiently educated to speculate on spiritual subjects. Mayavadis generally allege that the bhakti path is for women and illiterate. This is a groundless accusation. The bhakti path is followed by most learned scholars such as the Goswamis, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramanujacharya. These are the actual followers of the bhakti path. Regardless of whether or not one is educated or aristocratic, one must follow in their footsteps. Mahajano yena gatassa pantah. One must follow the path of the Mahajanas. The Mahajanas are those who have taken to path of devotional service. Sushilaha sadhavo yatra narayana parayana. For these great personalities are the perfect persons as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yasyasti bhakti bhagavatya kinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasate surah. One who has unflinching devotion to the personality of Godhead has all the good qualities of the demigods, and the less intelligent, however, misunderstand the bhakti path and therefore allege that it is for one who cannot execute ritualistic ceremonies and speculate. As confirmed here by the word Sadhrichinaha, bhakti is the path that is appropriate, not the paths of Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Mayavadis may be Sushilaha Sadhavaha, well-behaved saintly persons, but there is nevertheless some doubt about whether they are actually making progress, for they have not accepted the path of bhakti. On the other hand, those who follow the path of the acharyas are sushilaha and sadhavaha, but furthermore their path is akuto bhaya, which means free from fear. One should fearlessly follow the 12 Mahajanas and their line of disciplic succession and thus be liberated from the clutches of Maya. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Very beautiful verse. Shukadeva Goswami is giving confidence to all the devotees, because here when it is said bhayaha, because what bhaya they are discussing is the bhaya of the future suffering, bhaya of death, bhaya of hellish planets. Anybody hears about the hellish planets, they'll get scared. So that bhaya. So out of that bhaya, out of compassion, the Parikshita asked, what is the solution? So we are discussing that topic. So the Shukadeva Goswami is saying, path followed by pure devotees who are well behaved and fully endowed with best qualifications. So is certainly most auspicious path in this material world. So what kind of devotees? Narayana Parayanaha. Narayana Parayanaha. Prabhupada says, what is Narayana Parayanaha means? So Prabhupada says the Narayana Parayana means that Narayana, it does not require any qualification to become Narayana Parayana. But if you become voluntarily Narayana Parayana means one says, my life is now dedicated for Narayana. Narayana, Krishna, Vishnu, they're all the same. So that is the qualification. If you simply take it as vow that from this day my life is dedicated to Narayana, Krishna, Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam. As soon as we take this vow that from this day my life is dedicated to Krishna, Krishna wants everyone to surrender, I surrender unto thee. So from that day you become free from all designations. Simply this determination that from this day I belong to Narayana or Krishna, whatever he wants. So this is the meaning of Narayana Parayana. Now, anybody is Narayana Parayana, one who is a devotee of the Lord, one who surrenders to Lord. So he is Sushilaha, Sadhavas, he is a sadhu, he is a Sushilaha, well behaved. Automatically, person is well behaved because he is devotee, meaning he has accepted Krishna as the Lord. When you say Krishna is God, we also are accepting every other living being is also Krishna's part and parcel. How do we behave with our own brother and sister? How do we behave with our own men? No enmity, good behavior. So it's very natural for one who surrenders to Krishna. So behaviorally, when person accepts Krishna as a Lord, automatically everything is corrected. There is no separate endeavor is required to how to behave good with others, why one should not use foul words, why one should not be inimical to others, we should not be fight with others. Like this, you need to address these things separately. As soon as you accept Narayana Parayana, as soon as you accept Krishna, I have surrendered to you, meaning I have immediately accepted every living being, including the animals, as our own men, our own people. So, this verse, there is a beautiful verse in the Kapila Muni says in the chapter called Glories of Devotional Service. This is the definition of sadhavaha. Actually, definition of sadhu, there is one verse, this is an interesting verse. It says, Titikshavaha karunikaha suhridaha sarvadehinam ajata shatravaha shantaha sadhavaha sadhubhushanaha. The Kapila Muni says this. The symptom of a sadhu, are that he is tolerant, merciful, friendly to all the living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures and all his characteristics are sublime. So his sadhu is tolerant, titikshavaha. It's very, 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 very tolerant. Does not become angry or fight with somebody. That is the quality of a sadhu. Prabhupada gives the example of Jesus Christ. How Jesus Christ, he was a sadhu, he was not protesting, they were crucifying him. But still he said, please forgive them. Another example Prabhupada gives is the Haridas Thakur. So, when a devotee is practicing Krishna consciousness, for us to practice, we need not to bother much about others. But devotee has another quality called karunikaha, very compassionate. When you go out with the compassion to give knowledge to people, then immediately there will be some kind of opposition by the ignorant people. What Prabhupada says so wonderfully, what to speak about others. Sometimes one's own father becomes enemy of a devotee. Look at Prahlad Maharaj. His own father has become enemy. So, such obstacles may come. So, when the obstacle comes, the devotee should be titikshavaha. Should be very, very, very tolerant in all situations. There is one Shubhashita. In the Shubhashita, it is said like this. What is the quality of a sadhu? It says. Okay. It says, Vidya rupam kurupinam, kshama rupam tapasvinam, kokilanam sware rupam, strinam rupam pativratam. What is actually very attractive? What is that one person's beauty or attractive characteristics? If somebody is kurupinam, looking very ugly, for him the rupa is vidya, knowledge. Vidya rupam kurupinam. So vidya can attract. Does not matter what is the shape of the body. Then kshama rupam tapasvinam. What is the beauty of a sadhu? Kshama, forgiveness. No keeping grudges. No keeping anybody's behavior towards a sadhu. Sadhu will not take it personally. He forgives. Kshama rupam tapasvinam. Kokilanam sware rupam. For the cuckoos, it's a nice swara. The voice is a beauty. For strinam rupam pativratam. The chastity is the beauty of women. So like this the Shubhashita says. So the point is that titikshavaha, the sadhu has to be very tolerant. The next is karunikaha, very merciful. We go and beg people, please become devotee of Krishna. So many obstacles come in that effort. Otherwise, what is our business? Why should we give up our materialistic life and come and go back to materialistic people and say, please come to temple, please chant Hare Krishna, Karunikaha. What are we doing? We are reaching out the compassion of Prabhupada to people. So, compassionate, Karunikaha. Another way of sadhu displays Karunikaha is does not kill animals for eating. When we are able to sustain ourselves without killing animals, why should one kill animal? Somebody may protest, no, you are killing plants, trees. The plants and trees are killed for our sustenance, sometimes very less. We take a fruit. By taking a fruit, the plant does not die. The grain comes out of the plant after the plant dries out. So there is practically very, very minimal himsa even to plant, though they don't have a pain nervous system like other living beings. But there is a killing. That killing is for sustenance. Okay, if you are eating for sustenance the plant, why can't I eat for sustenance animal also? So Prabhupada says there should be discrimination. Just like that you can eat any animal, will you kill your own child and eat? No, isn't it? There's a discrimination. You don't eat human beings. If somebody eats human beings in this world, it will be published in the news. And this person is cannibal, he is eating human beings. Everybody will criticize that person. So there should be discrimination in eating. So the sadhavaha, they think, why should I hurt others if I can live peacefully without all this affecting and giving pain to others? Suhradaha sarvadehinam, they are very friendly to all the living entities. Sarvadehinam, all the living entities, not only human beings. Ajata shatravaha, another quality of a sadhu. No enemy. Ajata shatru means shatru is not born for that person. Ajata shatru. No enemy will not be born for that person. Shantaha, very peaceful in all the conditions. Sadhavaha, he abides by the scriptures. Sadhubhoshanaha, with these are the sublime characters. Sadhavaha, sadhubhoshanaha. So those who have these qualities are called sadhu. And how does this quality come? Bhagavatam again says, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvai gunai tatra samasate suraha. If you become akinchana bhakti to Krishna, then sarvai gunai tatra samasate suraha. All the good qualities of suraha, demigods, will manifest in one's heart. So, how to make any person good? By making him devotee. What is the solution for the chaotic material world? Is preaching Krishna consciousness. Because as soon as they become devotee, they will be immediately become good people. You see, our society, Krishna conscious society, which Prabhupada has set up, everybody is well behaved. People say, why do we like to go to ISKCON temple? Because people treat very nicely. They are well behaved. So this good behavior is coming from the quality of the devotee surrender, Narayana Parayana, completely surrendered to the Lord. And Narayana Parayana is a pure devotee. And one has to follow his footsteps. Then there is no fear. Akuto bhayaha. Where is fear? No fear. Krishna is there for protecting us. So that complete confidence, the Krishna is there. There is no fear at all. So, ultimate goal is to come out of fear of death, and reach Krishna. When that is available, by becoming Narayana Parayana, that is the best and easiest path to reach. Sometimes the spiritual life is complicated by people. You have to do so much of austerity. Himalayas you have to go. Like this, the spiritual life is complicated. But spiritual life is very easily available and you can achieve the highest. Just like, suppose you get a lottery. The lottery, you get 25 crores. And 25 crores comes to your bank. You're owner of 25 crores. And another person also having 25 crores. But he worked very, 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 very hard to get that 25 crores. He built rupee by rupee, working so hard. And you also have got 25 crores. Now, in the value, is there any difference between your 25 crores and his hard work 25 crores? When you go and buy something in 25 crores, will the shop person say, no, your 25 crore is less valuable because he did not work hard, he got it in lottery? 25 crores is same valuable. Same way, when you are achieving mukti, the bhakti, the liberation from the material world, by simply chanting Hare Krishna mantra and practicing Krishna consciousness, why should I work so hard going to Himalayas, going to do different kind of yogas, so difficult process, which is very, very easy. You get the result immediately. So that is why the intelligent people follow the process of devotional service. And at the same time, sometimes other process of yoga, the yogis think, oh, these people are not very intelligent. They cannot make properly rituals, they don't know. They don't know scriptures, jnana, the knowledge they don't have. That is why they are chanting Hare Krishna, and it is for unintelligent people. Bhakti is meant for unintelligent people. They can't do much. That is why they are taking bhakti path. This is what Mayavadis say, impersonalists will say. These people don't know scriptures. That is why Prabhupada is giving example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramanujacharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a great scholar, Sanskrit scholar. He defeated great scholars like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Prakashananda Saraswati, argued on Vedanta, defeated them. That at this end he said, I am a fool, I am just chanting Hare Krishna. He is a great scholar. What about austerities? Look at the austerities of Haridas Thakur. He was beaten, but he was not affected. So, devotees are not less in any way in taking austerities or in the knowledge, acquiring knowledge. Because after acquiring knowledge, after having gotten doing austerity, one has to come to bhakti finally. Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. Finally, one has to come to the position of bhakti. Mayavadis say that you worship, do bhakti and worship the deities in the temple so that one day you will go beyond that. One who is beyond, one who achieved perfection, they need not to worship, they need not to do all these things. But Vaishnavas say, the personalists say, the first part is correct. When you do worship of the deities and we do sadhana bhakti, we get purified, we get progress in our spiritual life. The second part, that after that you do not require deity. That is incorrect. Because after that, you are able to speak to deity. When you advance the devotee, for him, for a neophyte devotee, the deity is doing service. Sadhana and service is doing. When the devotee is advanced, he is able to speak to Krishna. Once Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada's visit was very quick and very fast to different temples. So it was 1 day, 2 day. Prabhupada was not staying for long in any of the temples. He had very less time. So Prabhupada visiting the temple was something very sought after event for the devotees. So the Prabhupada visits that day, all the devotees pick Prabhupada up from the airport, they come, and then Prabhupada takes darshan. And Prabhupada, after taking darshan, Once he said to the temple president, Krishna told me that the cook who is cooking, he is not cooking properly. Krishna told me like that. Then temple president rushed and checked. And there was a serious issue in the kitchen, I can't recollect. The serious issue which was going on and which was not aware by other devotees. So then they all got alert. Oh, Krishna will tell Prabhupada if you don't serve properly. So when we are serving deities, we should know Krishna will tell Prabhupada, so you sent him, on your recommendation I allowed him to do my service. Now you see, he is not doing proper service. So escalation will happen. Krishna will escalate to Prabhupada and it will come back to you. So the pure devotee can speak to deities. The deity can speak to pure devotee. They go ecstatic. That is when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he would see the deities, he would dance in madness. Not that I am so elevated, now I don't need to see the deities. Deities are personally the Lord. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered Jagannath Puri, he started dancing, he fainted. He went to every temple, wherever the Lord's deity is found, immediately he started dancing. He became ecstatic and he would fall unconscious by seeing the Lord's personal form and reciprocation. So the advancement means one is able to see Krishna personally interacting with oneself in the form of a deity. So more advanced, the deity is required. Not that deity is an instrument for me to, stepping stone for me to achieve highest platform of spirituality. That's why Mayavadis are more dangerous than Mughals. Mughals destroyed a temple externally, but Mayavadis are destroying temple internally. So deity is just an instrument for you to achieve success. After that, this is not required. I am beyond the deity. Some guru is speaking, all these books and all I have not read. So what is the reason? What is the requirement of going to temple? So they speak like this. So this is complete ignorance of the personality of Godhead and devotional service. So one has to follow Narayana Parayana. Then only you will understand the truth. Because Mahajanoyena Gatasya Pantha. One has to follow these great personalities, then you will come to know what is your real position, who is Narayana. If I surrender to Narayana, what will happen? So, it is very nice feeling to stay in the association of devotees. Why it is nice feeling? Because the devotees are surrendered to Krishna, therefore their behavior is so wonderful. They treat others so well. Not that they have some profit from anybody. What profit devotees have? Sometimes people think maybe ISKCON, they talk to us nicely because they need some donation. What benefit we will get? That does not go to devotees' account. They have nothing to achieve in this. Whether one person gives 1 crore donation or 100 crore donation or 1 lakh donation, devotee's life does not change. He'll be staying in the same room, he'll be eating same food, he'll be doing the same service, same sadhana. What is the benefit for devotee? There is no material benefit. So this, one who understands this will not criticize the devotees asking donation or devotees asking, why don't you chant? Why don't you come to temple? Why don't you read? What is the benefit for devotee? Personally, he does not have any benefit. He is only having spiritual benefit. He is karunikaha, compassionate. So that is why devotee is considered very good. He's got amazing quality, great quality of helping others. That's the real help. Giving knowledge is the real help. For the child, telling that if you put your finger in the fire, it will burn, you will suffer. That is a real help for the child. Like that, if you don't follow all these rules given by scriptures, if you do not become devotee of the Lord, your future is very, very, very dangerous situation. You may go to hell, you have to suffer like this. Giving knowledge. Knowledge is the best help. That is why Brahmana's service is to give knowledge, considered to be the best help. Kshatriyas will help by protection. Vaishyas will help by feeding. Shudras will help by serving. Brahmanas help people by giving knowledge. So that is the purpose of Krishna consciousness society. We are helping the society with the knowledge. So people have no faith, demoniac people, they will not actually understand the importance of this society. They will think what you are doing to the society. So this is the today's important verse. If you don't want to go to hell, then you should Narayana Parayana. The path followed by pure devotees who are well behaved and fully endowed with the best qualifications. Certainly most auspicious path in this material world. It is free from fear. It is authorized by the Shastra. Okay. So with this we conclude. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.